I'm Seattle Wilson, and today I'm going to be taking a political typology quiz because why the fuck not? Question 1. Government regulation of business is necessary to protect the public interest? Definitely. I'm not even going to read that. It says doing more harm than good. Same thing. Most people who want to get ahead can make it if they're willing to work hard. Hard work and determination are no guarantee of success for most people. I'd say if you're hardworking, there's definitely a way you'll be able to get ahead in life. Yes, I do think that you have the opportunity. I really do. 3. This country should do whatever it takes to protect the environment, or it does too much. I don't really think we do too much. I think I really just don't think we do too much to protect the environment. I'm just gonna say that. Question 4. Using overwhelming military force is the best way to defeat terrorism around the world, or relying too much on military force to defeat terrorism creates hatred that leads to more terrorism. I definitely agree that. I'm more of a pacifist. I prefer to explain to people ideas and to go boom, 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 pew, 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 pew. As you can tell, I've never seen a real gun in person or literally seen any movie with gunshot sounds because I have no idea what they sound like. Question 5. Racial discrimination is the main reason why black people can't get ahead these days, or blacks who can't get ahead in this country are mostly responsible for their own condition. That one. Business corporations make too much profit, or business corporations make a fair and reasonable amount of profit. Well, it says most. Now, if it was like most businesses, I'd probably say that it was reasonable, but it says corporations, so I feel like a lot of them do. I mean, obviously there are exceptions. Every rule has their exceptions, but if I had to say which one I thought had the majority, I would probably say that one. Question 7. Poor people today have it easy because they can get government benefits without doing anything in return. Poor people have hard lives because government benefits don't go far enough to help them live decently. That one. 8. It's best for the future of the country to be active in world affairs, or we should pay less attention to our problems overseas and concentrate on problems here at home. I'm going to have to say that one. I don't really think that we should always be meddling in other people's business anyway. I hate when people meddle in my business, so I feel the way countries feel when America meddles in their business. It is not necessary to believe in God in order to be moral and have good values. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just going to click that right off. 10 out of 23. The growing number of newcomers from other countries threatens traditional America's customs or strengthens them. I'd say it strengthens because America is supposed to be a place of cultural diversity and where people can learn from other people's ideas and adopt other methods that other people used, because really, interdependence is great sometimes, and having interdependence within one nation is kind of fucking awesome. Question 11. Government is almost always wasteful and inefficient, or government often does a better job than the people give it credit for. I'm putting the second one. Honestly, it does. A lot of people underestimate, especially recently, since 2000, everything. They've just been shitting on the president when he's in office, and then after he gets out of office, they'll give him credit for a couple of good things they did. I've seen people do it with Obama. I see people doing it with Trump now. It happens. 12. Society is better off if people make marriage and having children a priority, or society is just as well off if people have priorities other than marriage and children. Now, I'm definitely going with the second one, and this is for 2 reasons. 1, we have enough of a population on this planet anyway. 2, really, not every single person needs to get married and have a child. 1, you don't even need to get married to have children. So, I'm not a fan of marriage. I hate marriage whatsoever. I mean, I feel like you should have the right to do it. I don't care. Get married if you want it, but I hate it. So, fuck that shit. Question 13 is if large companies have too much power or not. I'm gonna go with yeah. Yeah, they kind of do. Especially if you see what happened with YouTube and how, like, it literally, like, turned to shit. And then it turned more to shit when companies left. Haha. Haha. Question 14, load, goddammit. Okay, question 14. The best way to ensure peace is through military strength, or good diplomacy is the best way to ensure peace. Going with that one. 15. Success in life is pretty much determined by forces outside our control, or everyone has it in their own power to succeed. Ah. Homosexuality should be accepted or discouraged by society. Accepted, fuck. If you want to fuck a guy or a girl, I don't give a fucking fuck. As long as you guys are consensual, that's cool. That's cool if you're consensual. 17. Americans need to be willing to give up privacy and freedom in order to be safe from terrorism. Americans shouldn't have to give up privacy and freedom in order to be safe from terrorism. That one. I'm going with the second one. Fuck, don't take away my goddamn freedoms, you fucking bitch. 18. Government aid to the poor does more harm than good by making people too dependent on government assistance. No. Government aid to the poor does more good than harm. Yeah, there are people that abuse the system, but it's really not the majority. It's really not the majority. A lot of people need it. The government assistance really does help out many fucking people, so don't be a dick. Stricter environmental laws and regulations cost too many jobs and hurt the economy, or are worth the cost. I really don't know what they mean by that. If they mean, like, just basic environment care, then, like, no, it's kind of worth it, yo. But if you're going, like, overboard, like, you know, there's always, like, a limit where you need to stop. If that makes sense. Because it does. You just can't be extreme. There's, like, a point where you gotta be like, wait, guys. We've hit it. Just stop going. We good. We good. Our country has made the changes needed to give blacks equal rights with whites. I agree with that. I like how they only mention black and white people, like Hispanic people and Asian people and brown people just don't exist. That's cool. That's not at all racist or asshole. Shh. U.S. efforts to solve problems around the world usually end up making things worse. Yeah, probably. Usually. But sometimes they do good. It's not always retarded. Not always. The government should do more to help needy Americans. Yeah, I mean, if they can. But the next one is the government today can't afford to do much more to help the needy, and that's probably very true as well. So I feel like, you know, you got 23 out of 23. Immigrants today strengthen our country because of their hard work and talents. Immigrants today are a burden on our country because they take our jobs, housing, and healthcare. Okay, so they say immigrants. So I don't know if they mean legal or illegal, but I'm going to go with legal. And legal immigrants strengthen our country because of their hard work and talents. And they came here legally, so I don't have a fucking problem with it. Just get off my ass. I hate people who are like, oh, we just need to take everybody in. No, we're not a fucking charity case. We're not fucking Canada, okay? We're a country. Your best fit is next generation left. What does that mean? Okay, so here are the ones. Solid liberals, family and faith left, next generation left, hard-pressed skeptics, young outsiders, business conservatives, steadfast conservatives. And then they have, I don't think that's all the way to the right. I think they just have it there, but then it says bystanders. So I guess that's if you're just like nothing. Okay. Generally young, well educated, and financially comfortable. Not the last one, but I'll take the second one. Um the next generation left have very liberal attitudes on many issues, including homosexuality, abortion, the environment, and foreign policy. While overall supportive of an activist government, most are wary of expanding the social safety net. Most also have relatively positive views of Wall Street's impact on the economy, while most affiliate with the Democratic Party or lean Democratic. Few consider themselves strong Democrats. Okay. Government performance. Oh no, that's just saying where I lean liberally. Okay.